Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. 199th post here. Hard for me to believe I've done that many. And it's hard for me to believe I've gotten that far without covering this topic, because this is one of the first things I ever covered on my written blog, if you ever go back and check that out. There's actually a lot of good stuff on there, and I need to redo a lot of the stuff I started with because I've gotten a lot better at this gematria than when it all began. So let's just get right to it. Let's begin with Waco, since it happened before Oklahoma City. These two events are very much connected. So, simple English gematria using alphabetic order, where W is the 23rd letter, A is the first, C is the 13th, and O is the 15th, Waco sums to 42. Doing the same thing with Texas, it sums to 69. 42 plus 69 equals 111. So Waco, Texas is 111. I would like to point out that New equals 42 and York equals 69. New York equals 111. And in a way, these stories are very much connected to September 11th, kind of like an ongoing narrative or epic. So if you look up the details of this event, some totals say that there were 74 people killed total. I also see where it says 76 dead, but either way, these are very important numbers to the Freemasons. Here in Seattle, the Seattle Seahawks were established in the year 74 and played their first season in 76. They have a gematria of 33. Anyhow, just one of many examples. This Waco incident lasted 51 days. I have a video post on the number 51. Think of Area 51. The word conspiracy in Pythagorean gematria sums to 51, just like the phrase tinfoil hat. 51-day standoff. This thing is most definitely a conspiracy, so how appropriate for a 51-day standoff. The leader of this what do you want to call it, compound where the siege took place was David Koresh. David in Simple English Gematria is 40. Koresh in Simple English Gematria is 76. We just talked about that number. Put it together, it sums to 116. When you flip this number upside down, it sums to 911. But 116 is a very curious number in Gematria. The word country itself sums to 116. Country. The initials D, D's the fourth letter and K's the 11th, so his initials form a 411. The word assassin in Jewish gematria sums to 411. If you reduce K to 2, because 1 plus 1 equals 2, the initials form 42, 42, like Waco. Numbers often coded into these types of events. He was born August 17th, 59. In numerology, 8 plus 17 plus 59 sums to 84, like the phrase United States of America. He died April 19th, 1993. 4 plus 19 plus 93 sums to 116, 116, just like the name David Koresh in Simple English Gematria, so the Gematria matches the numerology of the date he died on. He was 33 years old when he died, Truth Seeker. 33. Number so often found in these hoaxes. He was said to be a prophet. That's why he had followers. The word prophet sums to 44 in Pythagorean gematria. It said he lived in Waco from 82 to 93. Remember, 82 is the number of Armageddon. That's a span of 11 years, Truth Seeker. And what do we know about 93 itself? The number of Thelema, the number of Saturn. Saturn sums to 93 in Simple English gematria. So there we have Waco. The Oklahoma City bombing would also happen on April 19th. It took place in Oklahoma City. The gematria of Oklahoma City is 133. 133. We're going to see a pattern here. The main the person who took all the blame essentially is Timothy McVeigh, because Terry Nichols is a free man. Timothy is a word with a gematria of 110. Think about the World Trade Centers, they were 110 stories tall. The name McVeigh has a gematria of 67, the flip of 76. McVeigh Koresh, 67, 76, both important numbers to the Masons. The word organic is 67, the word water is 67, the word soul is 67, alchemy is 67. The name Terry Nichols has the gematria of 166. See this pattern? 133, 177, 166. All simple English gematria. Timothy McVeigh said the Oklahoma City bombing was a response to the Waco siege and Ruby Ridge incident. Should mention that Ruby Ridge sums to 55 in Pythagorean gematria. And remember, these events both happen on April 19th. April 19th. The day before Hitler's birthday, right? April 20th. So the initials, TM for Timothy McVeigh. T's the 20th letter, M's the 13th. His initials sum to 33. Think about trademark. TM, trademark. He was born on a date with a numerology of 33. 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 8 is 33. His birthday is April 23rd, 1968, meaning he blew up the federal building in Oklahoma City 4 days before his birthday, supposedly. He was put to death on June 11th, 6/11. In some countries, you'd flip this around, it would be 11/6 for June 11th. That's a lot like 116 over here with David Koresh. You see how these things link up? And these stories are so much related. This is the date Timothy McVeigh is put to death. June 11th, 2001. He's 33 years old on this date, so he also dies at 33 for his incident, just like David Koresh, who died at 33. And this is exactly 3 months to the day before September 11th, 2001. 3 months. He went by Tim for short. Tim has the simple English gematria of 42. There's a book called The Final Jihad, written by Martin Keating, who was the brother of the governor of Oklahoma during the time of this. He admits that he began writing this book before any of these events actually happened. Before Oklahoma City happened, he was already writing this book. The main character's name in his book is Tom McVeigh. This character blows up the Oklahoma Federal Building in his book. The name Martin Keating in simple English gematria sums to 142, just like the word terrorist. If you can believe it, the name President Obama sums to 142, and so do so many other familiar names that we've been tormented with over the years. Truth seekers, this is how it is done, by the numbers. And yes, there are other layers to the cake, but these are some main ingredients. These are real staples. And if you can learn to do this math and show disbelievers, you're going to change some minds. I know this. You can't change everybody's mind, but you can change a lot. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time. Please like, subscribe, and share, and ask questions if you guys got questions. I always appreciate the feedback. I like reading everything you guys say, so thanks for all the support. Until next time.